This is my dad. Growing up on the western slope of Colorado, it's just an adventurous place, and my parents both had a sense of adventure that we grew up with, and just became part of our lifestyle. On his 55th birthday, he rode the Cocopelli Trail on his mountain bike, and a couple years after that, he and Mom hiked the Machu Picchu Trail down in Peru. It's just something that's in his blood. He's an active, healthy guy. On May 15th, 2018, I just gotten out of a meeting at work and had a text from my dad that said, "Please call, it's urgent." And the things that go through your mind when you see something like that, your mind goes all over the place. But I never in a million years expected to hear that my active, healthy dad, who the day before had just done a 35-mile bike ride with Mom, and the day before that was at CrossFit, had leukemia. So he's checked into the hospital, and he's got his diagnosis of acute myeloid leukemia. And he's ready to start chemo. The next day he starts his therapy, and Dad is a very mentally tough man. He's going to maintain his normalcy. And he has his bike delivered to the room. He's going to continue exercising. He walks laps around the unit. But for the next month, he is confined to one space to go through his chemotherapy treatment. And that is something that has to be, you have to have your head wrapped around this in order to fully embrace the fight that you're about to have. Early in his treatment, we learned from his doctors that his chemotherapy regimen was going to be the result of a recent study conducted by the Leukemia Lymphoma Society that resulted in 9 new treatments for AML. And those treatments were designed to be specifically catered towards genetic or DNA types. And that was really the first time we had heard about LLS, but also at the same time we were very grateful for the work that was being done to help save Dad's life. The treatment was successful, and he was considered to be in remission within just a few months of his initial treatment. And that summer he felt great, and he was getting back to normal. But unfortunately, leukemia has a high reoccurrence rate, and his doctors recommended that the best course of action was a stem cell transplant, which they were very forward about the fact that this was going to be an even tougher battle and a very tough thing to go through. But in order to increase his long-term chances of cure, this was the best option for him at the time. Through a series of what he would probably consider some unfortunate events, I actually was selected to be his stem cell donor. And that is a process that is definitely the bonding experience of a lifetime. So the neat part about this is my donation happened just down the hall from where he was staying in the hospital. And most donors don't get to meet their recipients and vice versa. My recipient actually got to sit in the room with me while I was donating my cells. And the very next day, I was next to him when I was able to give him, one of the biggest gifts I could. And for somebody that's done so much for me, I'd do it all over again. Because of Dad's determination, his overall health when he went into this fight, and LLS's groundbreaking research, I am really excited to say that he's cancer-free today, and he's getting back to normal, and things are looking up. So the reason I'm telling you this story is because I've been selected as a candidate for the LLS Man of the Year, which is a fundraising competition that engages local leaders to raise as much money for LLS as possible in a 10-week span. Because of everything they've done for my dad, the research they've conducted, the studies that they've been through, I want to do something for them to thank them. He's cancer-free today because of what they've done in previous days and years leading up to this. What I need from you guys today are donations. I want to raise as much money as I can for LLS. It's my goal that someday we can absolutely eradicate blood